Battle for Middle-earth Reforged has some of the most viewed videos on this channel. The support seems to be overwhelming for this fan-made project. But of course, at the same time, with the game not even being out at this point, I don't really want to dry up the content so much that people start to get bored of it. I mean, we already did that with Banmod, am I right? However, leaving it 6 months, I've been waiting, biding my time, seeing if the developers would release anything else, bring out enough juicy videos and info in order to create a follow-up. And that's where we are today. Oh boy, let's get straight into this. As a quick background and history to the game, Battle for Middle-earth Reforged is a fan remake of the classic games released in the early 2000s, taking the incredible gameplay mechanics and bumping it up to modern standards of strategy gaming. Incredible 4K textures, bigger battles, animations, models, and of course that gorgeous terrain and building assets taken straight from the movies and stories by Tolkien. Now, as usual, in this video I'm going to be going over just the highlights, so if you want to see anything and everything about the game, go and check out the official YouTube channel for Battle for Middle-earth Reforged if you want to support the development that way. In the latest blog, however, we got to look at the new creeps within the game. Wild goblins, trolls, wargs, white spiders, and Jesus Christ, I'm not someone that has arachnophobia, but if I did, I would shit myself. This spider actually looks terrifying, especially the animations. They look so realistic and just ready to tear the arms off any stray orc that happens to be wandering by its lair. You can tell the amount of effort that has gone into making every part of the body move independently. The legs, the mandibles, the abdomen, even the hair on the spider's back looks so realistic. Next, we move over to the Elven kingdoms. The stables here reflect the light beautifully on the top of their glass-domed roof, completely remade from the original games. Of course, we get to see some of the Elves' armor as well, and my god, these are based on The Hobbit, by the way. But these guys are going to be using cavalry and pikemen to track down and slaughter the enemies, and they look absolutely fantastic. Perhaps one of the coolest units I think we've seen so far in the development of this game. We also get a look at the Mirkwood Elves, who have a bit more of a rustic burgundy look, swaying away from that royal style of the previous. Moving onwards, we have a sneak peek of the Witch King model, using both close combat weapons, but of course spells as well. Flashes and lightning in order to defeat his enemies, although I'm not 100% sure he's going to need much help doing that. And yes, we get to see him a little bit in action as well, killing stock and real engine models admittedly, but hey, it's better than nothing. Additionally to all this, we get some look at the music that's been created for the game. Being composed by David Douglas, he's doing a fantastic job of this, but by the way, this is all Lord of the Rings music that's just been recreated and remastered for the game, so if I put some in this video, I'd probably be smited down to the ground by the copyright gods, so I best advise you to go and check that out on their channel rather than put it on this one, because ad revenue, you know? All this stuff, however, looks incredible. I know so many people are waiting for this, and me myself, I cannot wait to get into some RTS LOTR action as soon as possible. But there's one thing on my mind. There's one thing that keeps niggling at the back there. Every time I look at an amazing asset or an amazing bit of gameplay from Battle for Middle-earth Reforged, I think that something could go wrong, and I'm starting to worry. As I mentioned at the beginning, this game is fully a fan remake. It's going to be released as a fan passion project and released for free, which is fantastic for us, but other people might not see it that way. It's possibly one of the most hyped fan remade games of all time, well, except for some unnamed Star Wars Battlefront fan projects, and you guessed it, they got shut down. Additionally, more recently, we had a full Pokemon fan project that was being worked on for years by passionate developers. They were going to release it for free, and that was axed the second they tried to release it. You kind of see the pattern that I'm looking at here. Of course, I'm sure this is something that these developers have thought about long and hard. They probably wouldn't be doing it if they didn't think they'd actually get to release it. But it worries me that the Amazon Lord of the Rings TV show is coming up in the future. It's going to be massive. The IP for LOTR is going to become bigger than it ever was. Maybe even surpass what it already is, and as soon as that happens, that is when franchises start to crack down on fan projects such as this one. There isn't a doubt in my mind that Lord of the Rings as a franchise with the TV show will have a massive resurgence, and with it a mass of new media, whether it's spin-off movies, more TV shows, books, and more specifically to this case, other video games. By the way, I'd really love a Lord of the Rings Conquest remake. That'll be good. But we already know that there was a Lord of the Rings MMO in development, and whilst that has been cancelled for the foreseeable future, I'm sure that something will take its place, and I hope for this team here that it doesn't affect Battle for Middle-earth Reforged. They're obviously putting so much love and work into the game, and like many others, I will support it and continue to check up on their work because I cannot wait to play it. But will the higher-ups in the Lord of the Rings universe think the same, or is this just another one destined to be struck down? But let me know what you think. Can they pull this game off successfully? And do you think the guys over at Middle-earth Enterprises, as they're now called, will find the kindness to let this release into a full title? Let me know down in the comments. But leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, leave a dislike if you didn't, and as I mentioned, go and check out the official Battle for Middle-earth Reforged YouTube channel to get the full insight, to get the full bits of music and every little bit of gameplay in full that I've shown you in this video. You can also probably check them out on social media, and I think they've got a website, but hey, I'm not sponsored to say it, so go and find it yourself. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but until then, I will see you in the next one.